What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. We are here again with my top 5 favorite movies of the month of November. But before we get into the video, make sure to hit the subscribe button. Thank you all for the continued support throughout the past couple months. Make sure to go check out my other reviews that I have posted. And without further ado, let's get into the video. Now, when I make this list or make my top 5 list, I'm really looking at movies that I either saw multiple times, movies that when they come out on digital or Blu-ray or DVD, I will want to buy and watch again. That also includes streaming services. And so the movies in this top 5 list are definitely on that I will watch again or I have watched multiple times list. But let's go ahead and get right into it. Coming in at number 5 is a movie that a lot of people seem to disagree with me on, and that is Gladiator 2. Now, I really enjoyed the first Gladiator movie, and nothing changed there, but I really did also enjoy Gladiator 2. I thought having some of the characters' names brought back and the storyline brought back made this movie intriguing. I also liked the idea of having the two emperors and how that kind of leads to Rome's instability. But then you also look at the addition of Denzel Washington. I thought Denzel Washington, his character was good. I also thought it was a character that you grew to hate as the movie went on. Some people may like him the whole time. Me, at the end, I definitely was very satisfied there with what happened. But Gladiator 2 is a really good movie. I like the scenes, I like the storytelling, but ultimately there are some parts in it where, like the monkey scene, in the kind of the early beginning stages, where I felt was unnecessary. Some other people are talking about the naval scene in the middle when Lucius is in his second battle. That is definitely a scene that some people say could not have been done or could have been done, except the Colosseum, you could have naval type activities within it. But Gladiator 2 is out now. I actually saw it again yesterday as a filler movie, and my opinion did not change. I think Gladiator 2 definitely is one of those movies where you leave enjoyed, or with an enjoyment factor there. Coming in at number 4, and this is definitely a movie that I did enjoy, and it's A Real Pain. A Real Pain was a smaller release that came out this month that detailed the story of two Jewish cousins who want to go overseas to really explore where they are from. And on this journey, you definitely see the personalities of both the cousins come out, but you're also looking at it from the perspective of they also live two very different lives at home. And so what I think makes this movie so intriguing is that when they're telling the story of their history and the places that they visit while on this tour, you're also seeing a lot of their personal issues come into play. And you're seeing how they've drifted apart after all of these times. One is single, struggling, and then the other one has a settled down life, a family, a steady job. And so it really makes it fun to watch because the character dynamic is there. And A Real Pain is definitely one of those movies where in a smaller theater, because it was one of the smaller releases, there were a good amount of people in this theater to watch this movie. And it really fell in the middle of my Holocaust and religion unit that I was teaching. So that definitely made it more interesting to watch. Now, it's definitely not a movie you could show in class, but A Real Pain does come in at number 4. Looking at number 3, but before we get into that number 3 movie of the month, make sure to hit the subscribe button. Like I said, I am very appreciative of everybody that has subscribed so far. But coming in at number 3 is The Best Christmas Pageant Ever. Now, with The Best Christmas Pageant Ever, I am not a big Christmas movie fan, and I say that in my review. But this movie definitely is a movie that really opens your eyes to the way that people are treated within many communities. You usually have that outcast family who people want nothing to do with, or they are the center for the blame that of events that take place. And that's really what you saw in this movie. And so what really made this movie so engaging is the story that they're telling about how the family struggles. Nobody really knows the story. And ultimately, a mom, her daughter, and family really rally around this certain family to make sure they feel included, but to also make sure they really have somebody that cares for them. Now, in this movie, there was not many dry eyes at the ending of it. I actually went to go see it again this morning, but the theater is packed. It's now moved its way out of the bigger theater into one of the smaller ones, and there is not a seat at all in the early showings. So people are definitely still gravitating to this movie. Looking at number two, I am really looking at 2 and 1 as kind of 1A and 1B. And 1B right now is Moana 2. Not just because it was just released, but Moana 2 for me was very, very fun to watch. I think it was very smart for Disney to bring in the traditions of Moana's culture. I also believe it was important for Disney to tell us the story of castmates that Moana brings along to help lift the curse. And so you ultimately got to see Moana as the leader and a strong leader at that, and how she is able to rally people to help her and the islands save the future. And ultimately, when you're looking at the way that it is all going down, you do bring in more of the family aspect, especially with her sister. And so I will not spoil anything, but if you stayed for the ending, so you had to stay past the kind of the previews, kind of like a Marvel movie, that bonus credit kind of lets you know that we are not done. And so if that is already online and you've not seen that, go check that out and you can kind of see what I mean by that. But then 1A is Wicked. I mean, there's not another movie that really is going to top any list at this point of November. With Wicked, in my review, I made it very clear that I am a Wizard of Oz fan. The Wizard of Oz is my favorite movie ever. And so with Wicked, not having the opportunity personally to go see this musical, but reading the book, it definitely had me ready for this movie. And with Wicked, it was actually my 200th movie of the year. And so what made it even more special was I was able to officially complete the Regal milestone goal of 200 movies. So I've completed everything on their list. But Wicked, I saw it again today. I have now seen it 3 times. I saw it on the Wednesday Regal Early Access in 3D. And then the last 2 times have just been standard definition. And it's enjoyable each time. Now, I will admit today I did walk out before the ending of the movie. And a lot of that was just because I have seen it the 2 times and our theater was packed. And this was for a 10:20 in the morning showing. So Wicked is definitely number 1A. Moana is 1B. But these are my top 5 movies of November. I think these movies definitely improved from October. I think October was a very slow month for movies. And so I'm glad to see here as we approach the holiday season that the movies are starting to pick up a little bit more. Obviously, you've had releases coming up where you'll have Mufasa. You have Sonic coming in December. I believe Sonic's next week. So you do have some good movies that could be coming out that are still going to draw an audience. But these are my top 5 movies of November. Drop a comment below. Let me know what movies you enjoyed. I know I didn't include a movie like Hederick. I think what really kind of pushed Hederick off this list was the way the movie ended. I thought it was okay up until the last 15 minutes, and then it just kind of went downhill. But drop a comment. Let me know what movie did you enjoy in the month of November. Make sure to hit the subscribe button. Make sure to go check out some of the other reviews that I have posted. And I will talk to you all later, and have a happy Thanksgiving weekend, happy holidays, and I will talk to you all later.